722 to 802. For many of you, those numbers mean almost nothing. But if you've been playing Pokemon Sun, Moon, or both, you know that those are the numbers for the newly added Pocket Monsters, including the yet-to-be-released one, which we won't mention to avoid any spoilers if you don't know its name yet.
Now that we've put on a good 30 pounds from all those turkey sandwiches we had to eat since Thanksgiving, and having some time to play Pokemon Sun and Moon, we'll be going over our top 10 favorite Alola Pokemon.
We've been busy catching, training, and visiting the Poképelago over these past few weeks to make sure we become the very best, and figuring out which of the new Pokemon we like more or less than the 721 already in existence.
So let's get started with our favorite starter evolution chain.
My favorite is the Popplio evolution line, especially Primarina, because I think that the design for it is one of the best out of the three to me. Also, I really like that it's a singing Pokemon. It's a mermaid. You know, I'm very I am a very big proponent of karaoke. So to have a Pokemon that loves to sing and a Pokemon that needs to take care of her voice on a daily basis, that's in the Pokedex entry, by the way.
Oh, wow.
And I thought that was very interesting. So Primarina for me is my favorite final evolution for the starters. And she has a very high special attack stat as well as a very high special defense stat, which I like because I like special attacks more than like physical attacks.
I'm not so much interested into the whole like stats building or like EV training or anything like that. I've always kind of just went off purely what I like aesthetically.
Yeah.
And for me, that's gonna have to be Incineroar.
Okay.
Incineroar.
Incineroar. Yeah.
That line, it's just so funny. Like going from that really adorable looking cat. Well, kind of reminds me of Meowth a bit.
Yeah.
Then he gets to like this lucha wrestling
cat. Yeah.
Yeah, wrestling cat. I think it's so funny. Like, and just the humorous nature of its design, plus the fact that when you pet it, you burn yourself if you pet if you touch the belt.
Yeah.
I think that just whole scheme in creating something that's kind of funny, not overly serious, but also in line with some of the other previous fire designs.
Okay.
Like I think there's a lot of fire fighting types. We kind of talked about it before.
And this one's a fire dark type. So
yeah.
It looks like it wants to be a fighting Pokemon, but the creators were like, nope, you're going to be a dark and fire Pokemon.
Yeah, and I to be honest, I don't really get the dark aspect of its design. It doesn't really feel that way to me, but it is just a design that I kind of like due to its humorous nature.
Okay. Yeah. My next top Alola Pokemon is Stufful. If you read the Pokédex entries, I like reading the Pokédex entries because I think that they're cool and sometimes they're a little bit like, whoa. You know, they're a little surprising because just the things that some of these Pokemon do. I mean, Beware hugs its trainer so tight sometimes that it just murders him or her. Yeah. But Stufful, Stufful's a little, you know, he has a lot of energy according to the entry, and he's a lot weaker than his evolution. But I think he's cuter. I would love to have a Stufful as a pet and just use him as a teddy bear. And a lot of homes in Alola have Stuffuls just sitting around.
I don't even invade too many homes. I'm mostly shopping when I'm in Alola.
Well, I like to make friends in Alola. I like to visit lots of homes, and yeah, a lot of the homes have little Stuffuls in them.
Kind of going on that whole like cutesy but kind of not overly powerful chain. I'm gonna go with Komala as my next one.
Okay, the koala.
Yeah. Well, koalas in like real life are pretty scary. They're like they're perpetually high because of the food they eat, and then they can be pretty vicious. And seeing a Pokemon like Komala and then reading its Pokédex entry, pretty disturbing. I don't know if you read it, but it essentially says that Komala spends its entire life sleeping. Yes. And everything it does is just a reaction or like to its nightmare or a dream that it's having. Yeah. And then just the way it looks and even the cry that it makes it's adorable. I don't know why I kind of gravitate towards the adorable Pokemon, but I try to use him, but he's like not very good.
Yeah. And yeah, I like Komala. I think it's a pretty cool Pokemon. But yes, the whole sleeping, it's born asleep and it dies asleep thing. It's another one of those what's going on here kind of Pokemon. Okay, so we have Primarina, we have Incineroar,
Yep.
we have Stufful, and we have Komala.
Come on.
The next one for me is going to be the legendary for for Pokemon Moon. So the version exclusive for Pokemon Moon, which is Lunala. I particularly chose Pokemon Moon because of Lunala. So I had to include it in this list. Yeah, and I think it's a very regal Pokemon. It's a very, it looks very beautiful, I think. To me, it's strong. Yeah, it has a high special attack, and some of its other stats are really high. But I just picked it over the design. I mean, it's a giant moon bat.
Oh, actually,
So,
I didn't realize it was a bat. What does the Pokedex entry say
Yeah.
about it?
The Pokedex entrance for Moon says that it is said to live in another world, and this Pokemon devours light, drawing the moonless dark veil of night over the brightness of day.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure that whatever its point is kind of story oriented. So I kind of want to avoid that, but it's
Yeah.
but it sounds interesting.
Yeah. In Pokemon Sun, the Dex entry says that when its third eye activates, away it flies to another world.
So that's actually that's weird because it's very Japanese. I don't know how knowledgeable you guys are about Buddhism, but like, the whole idea of the third eye, it's the concept of going to another world or spiritual plane, which is very weird that they kind of included that into a Pokedex entry for Pokemon. But
especially for a region based on Hawaii.
Yeah.
But I think that there's always going to be little tidbits of Japanese folklore and Japanese mythology in Pokemon, regardless of what country they base their games on.
Yeah.
Because it is a Japanese franchise.
Yeah.
So Lunala is on my team, definitely. She's helped me get through the Elite Four. And yeah, it's high special attack. Its speed is kind of average, but its HP is pretty good. It has really high HP, really high special attack.
I'm looking forward to my Alola version Entei.
To Solgaleo.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll get there.
So moving.
So for you, what's your next Pokemon?
Yeah. So I have a fascination with ghost Pokemon. Like virtually every single generation, there'll be at least one ghost Pokemon I really enjoy. And for this one, it's Mimikyu. Mimikyu's funny to me. Like, it's cute. It has like this really bootleg Pikachu costume. It's
a really creepy Pikachu costume, I would say. Mimikyu kind of freaks me out a little bit.
It's definitely a nightmare Pokemon. You would not want to wake up with this thing next to you. But it has this little air of adorableness. To me, the design, the idea of using the tail kind of like a staff is so funny to me. And then the fact that you can't really even see what it really looks like. So when I was kind of examining the design itself, I noticed that they had two pinprick eyes. Like, I'm guessing that's where the face actually is. I'm drawn to the mystery, and I also just like the childish way in which Mimikyu tries to mimic Pikachu.
Pikachu, yes. And it's very... When you get to that part of the storyline, you'll see that, Mimikyu really wants to be a Pikachu. It's scary, but at the same time, it's also very sad to... I thought it was a very sad moment in the storyline, and if you've gotten to that part in the game, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then you'll figure it out. You can't miss it. You're going to see it regardless. Look out for a shrine. Look out for a creepy shrine. I like him. I wouldn't use him in a battle.
Yeah, he kind of puts off this air of weakness, but it's all right.
But yeah, he would be like my pet next to Stufful, I think.
On your shelf of living
Hopefully
ornaments.
they don't try to kill each other.
What else do you have in terms of favorite Pokemon from this generation?
So I'm limiting my top favorite to 5 for me.
Okay.
And my next one is Xurkitree, which is an Ultra Beast. So I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but I'm going to just focus on the Pokemon itself.
Okay.
Xurkitree with an X, and it's basically just a tree of circuits. And I mean,
oh, so that's where they got the name.
yeah, right. I usually don't go for like the weird Pokemon, that are based off like keys or trash. But I thought that circuitry was really cool. I mean, it looks like a Christmas tree, and it's a perfect, it'd be the perfect Christmas ornament
In
in
your
a home.
horn.
Yeah. Not to bypass that it has one, if not the highest special attack of any electric Pokemon.
Huh.
So it's pretty strong. I mean, it holds its own against other legendary Pokemon. It comes from something called an Ultra Wormhole.
Oh yeah, I got to that part of the game.
And yeah, it raids power plants. People think it energizes itself with electricity, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a really cool Pokemon. Plus, it learns hypnosis, so you can't go wrong with that. I like putting wild Pokemon to sleep before I throw a Pokeball just to ensure capture.
Yeah.
And it comes in handy if you're going to be battling other Ultra Beasts and other legendary Pokemon in the wild.
Well, to finish off my list of favorite Pokemon, I'm gonna have to go with another cutesy Pokemon. One that's useless, but like yours, which
Scary.
useless, but it'll give you some nightmares along the way. I'm gonna go with Pyukumuku. Now, Pyukumuku is funny because of its design. It's very weird for them to do a sea cucumber.
Yeah.
Like, Pokemon have done they've done some really odd things.
Of course, and they'll continue to do odd things, I'm sure.
Sea cucumbers are odd, and then the idea that there's this murderous cute thing kind of fits my quota of useless and cute. And I like just when I observe its face, one of the things I gravitated towards was his mouth. It actually is like a kanji for destruction. It's the same one that they would use when whenever you would see the Fire Blast move. It actually makes that same symbol. So I thought that was interesting because I'm like, okay, for something that's super cute, it has destruction written on its face.
And they're also pretty rare. I mean, to catch a Pyukumuku is a task in itself. It's a lot of surfing. It's a lot of fishing. Yeah, there's a point in the game where you just chuck them back into the ocean, but the prize is not a Pyukumuku for you. It's it's something else.
Which the prize is worth it, and they let you do it again. And I'm like, oh,
it's once a day.
Yeah. It sucks that you get to interact with them in the game, but then the actual encounter for capture is so low. Yeah.
But if you do the Poképelago, there's a chance that they might show up in your bean island, whatever.
Yeah.
Bean Isle, I think. One of the islands, the island with the beanstalk. So there's a chance that they'll show up there. But if you don't want to wait.
Yeah. I mean, for me, my beanstalk has been almost entirely Kadabra. I don't know why, but my beans draw all the Kadabra. So I've gotten 3 new Kadabra.
Nice.
so far.
My most common Pokemon is Lapras. Actually, I get a lot of Lapras.
Nice. Must be nice.
And I don't put that many beans in my little bucket or basket.
I fill it with the rarest beans, and I get a lot of Kadabra.
Nice.
Okay, to round off our list, I'm going to place my last entry, and I'm going to go with Palossand.
All right.
Palossand?
Palossand?
A couple of things it's got going for it is that I do like ghost typing in general. I always kind of gravitate towards those.
Yeah.
Especially because their Pokedex entries are always, ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then something about it being like a sandcastle that just harkens back to my childhood days of building castles in the sand.
Except this sandcastle's possessed.
And more. Yeah, nothing scarier than a possessed sandcastle or any kind of child-friendly thing.
Yeah.
And then also its shiny type, supposedly being black, is also awesome to me. If I could ever get one, I will definitely put a shrine and kind of worship.
For sure. Yeah. I think Palossand is an interesting Pokemon, I think. It's in the typing. Its typing is actually pretty spot on. It's ground and ghost, so there you go. How's it? Have you tried it out in battle?
I have not even found one, to be honest. I don't know what it is, but there's some Pokemon where I'm like, I really like this one, and I'm not able to find one. I didn't even know that Palossand was the the final
evolution
evolution.
of it,
Yeah,
yeah,
until
of
very
Sandygast.
recently. Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, they're a little bit complicated to find. I like that this game makes certain Pokemon found through certain like specific means. Basically, that there's
Yeah.
certain places that you have to go to that you can only find certain Pokemon, and I think that not only is a result of them just having almost 800 Pokemon, but it's cool because it's I mean in the real world you don't find certain species in the same
Yeah.
different species in one location. They're just spread out, so I think that that's
It's definitely interesting because if not only does it feel more natural, it also kind of creates this structure in terms of their like pecking order and what's the like top species in any given area.
yeah.
My personal favorite thing to do is figure out where they put the Ditto
Yeah.
in each region, just because I'm like, why is Ditto by this volcano?
Yeah. Instead of near the ocean.
Yeah.
Next to these Palossand.
Yeah.
All right, cool. And lastly for me, so our 10th top Pokemon of the Alola region is Salazzle. I really got lucky that I caught a female Salazzle, right, or Salandit right off the bat in my game because I wouldn't have known that only the female Salandits evolve into Salazzle. But I'm glad that
Yeah.
that I caught a female Salandit because they're kind of rare. That you don't really.
Yeah. Usually it's the other way around, right? You find actually no. Is it always that female ones are a little more rare, or
some species? I think that for a lot of the starters, the female version of that Pokemon is really rare. Eevee definitely for some reason a lot of Eevee are male. There's not many females. But I really like this method of evolution. I mean, Vespiquen has to be female in order to get to that.
Yeah.
To that evolution, and the males unfortunately get stuck just being like little bees that are kind of
they're like Phoebes in one.
Yeah. But yeah, Salazzle, I thought like it's a really cool design to me. I like that it's a salamander.
Yeah.
And it's fire and poison, which I think is the only one of its typing. So I don't think any other Pokemon has the same type combination as Salazzle, which makes it all that much more unique. Yeah, I mean her stats aren't really I really don't go for like the lower stat Pokemon, but I'll put her in, she's really fast, has a really high special attack, but if she doesn't land a finishing like a one hit KO, then the next then she's gonna faint. But I still like her. I still have her on my team. She helped me in the Elite Four. So
yeah, what does her Pokedex entry say in Moon? Because I know in Sun it basically says that she hoards like a harem of men, basically of all the Salandit, and I'm like that's weird.
She's she's a very these are very possessive creatures. So the one in Moon says that it's filled with pheromones and its poisonous gas can be diluted to use in the production of luscious perfumes.
So, that's actually pretty interesting.
That's another. I mean, they make perfumes off of their poison, so.
Yeah.
I wonder how dangerous those perfumes are a little bit.
I don't know.
I mean, it's diluted, so it shouldn't be that dangerous, right? Maybe it's like putting like a bunch of alcohol in a perfume, and it kind of just don't put it on your skin. Maybe
the Britney Spears of this world has it, and it's called toxic.
But yeah, that's my last Pokemon for me. So.
Yeah, and I think that concludes our list. So please make sure to follow us on Twitter at TheRant2020, at Facebook at Rant Entertainment, and click on that subscribe button to stay up to date on all our videos.
Thank you for watching. Make sure to tune in to the Rant Entertainment next time.